This week on Full Throttle, we review round 8 of the British Championships from Knockhill in Scotland. Team O2+Pastry.com Yamaha lead the Superstocks and have big plans for 2001. But this week, they're down to earth and up against the amazing Chris Vermeulen. And there's new talent on a 250. Roland Sands replaces John McGuinness in the Demon Vimto Honda squad. Leon's the name, superstardom the aim. Can Leon slipstream Ron? Rain or shine, Chris Walker was amazing. With the weather less than wonderful, great racing will be the only way to make the record crowd smile. One man who didn't care about the rain was Superbike pole sitter Neil McKenzie. He couldn't have been happier. And he wasn't the only one. Strange, really. Now, even when it's misty, cold and raining, a warm front is never far away at Knockhill. This week, we take an in-depth look at the leading Superstocks team. Team O2+Pastry.com Yamahas are ridden by David Jeffries and Matt Llewellyn. What's the difference between a standard R1 Yamaha and a Superstocks bike? Well, none other than the hooligan himself. David, take us through your race bike. Tell us all about it. What's the differences?
Well, I mean, compared to the Superbikes, there's very little differences in the Superstock and a road bike. I mean, the biggest difference to look at initially is the exhaust system here, the laser exhaust. We replaced the standard X-up system, so the exhaust system is a full system, which gives us a good 4 to 5 brake horsepower. So that's where we get the biggest power increase from. Then in the back here we have the Olwyn suspension unit, which obviously makes the bike handle a lot better. And then up at the front end we've got the forks. I mean, to look at visually there's no difference, but the internals are quite heavily modified. The fairing bracket at the front's a little bit different, just so the rev count is a little bit easier to see. Steering damper, and then basically apart from some steel brake lines, that's about the only difference between this bike and a road bike.
The road bike is already a very, very good machine. How much better percentage-wise is your Superstocks bike compared with a road bike?
I don't know about percentage-wise. I mean, all we're doing really is refining the package that Yamaha have already given us. I mean, we get a little bit more power with the exhaust, a little bit better handling, a little bit better braking with the steel brake lines. So it's just refining the whole package, really. I mean, the bike is absolutely awesome out of the crate. And, I mean, it just makes it just that little bit better all round.
How much do you enjoy riding this bike, Dave?
It's good fun. It pulls good wheelies and does good stoppies.
It's a happy team and one with a remarkable story. Claire Ritchie suffered the loss of her husband in a World Superbike Championship race at Brands Hatch. What she's achieved since then, along with their son Max, would have made Graham Ritchie a proud man. Team manager Claire Ritchie instigated the team after the death of your husband. It must have been very, very tough over the last couple of years for you, but a great job you've done.
Yes, it's been a challenge. This is our 3rd season, started at the back of a van with a young rider, 250 Aprilia. We've moved up to last year to production. We're 2nd in the championship. Took David on half towards the end of the season. It's all just kind of gelled together. Getting sponsorship, I think, has been the toughest job.
If I might say, you've done a wonderful job. I mean, that really has been a very, very successful team and a very well presented team. How did you manage to find the setup to work so well?
I think originally, because we did have Ewan McGregor involved, but he's too busy now with his filming and everything to take such an active part. But we started off getting the publicity. We got noticed, and that's what the sponsor wants. We then wanted to move into Superbikes, and we had some sponsorship deals that didn't come together quick enough, and we ended up moving into Superstocks, which actually wasn't a bad move in retrospect. And we're an event management company as well, so we know how to present ourselves. We've got 2 very good riders, and we had the setup there ready to go Superbike racing. So we just continued to put the effort and the money into it without a sponsor. And then, of course, that attracted the sponsor, which we've got now and we're keeping for next year as well.
So aspirations were for British Superbike. Are you going to British Superbike next year?
We are, yes.
May I ask you the kind of format that you're looking for next year? What sort of bikes, what sort of team?
We're talking to manufacturers at the moment. We haven't made a decision on which bikes we're going to run.
We are going Superbike racing next year and looking forward to it.
Matt and DJ on board?
I hope so. Again, it's a silly season, isn't it? And we're in negotiations with both of them. and we'd like to keep the same lineup. We always promised them a Superbike ride and a full season of Superbike, and as far as I'm concerned, we want to keep our promise on that side.
It'll be quite a team. David Jeffries and Matt Llewellyn are among the best riders not riding Superbikes this year. What a way to start the day. The opening race was the Superstocks. Qualifying's first blood went to Chris Vermeulen on the Sanyo First National Honda, with David Jeffries second, Glenn Richards third, and Rob Frost on the Fast Bikes Yamaha in fourth place. That's row one. Matt Llewellyn, Jamie Morley, Steve Brogan and Ian Duffus on row two. Row three, Jago Chapman, Max Vincent, Andy Tinsley and Ian Campbell, with Chris Miller, Steve McMillan, John D. Hobday and Steve Allen on row four. Appalling conditions for the first race of the day then. The Superstocks, Chris Vermeulen on pole, David Jeffries, Glenn Frost and Rob Frost are the front row. Second row is the series leader, Matt Llewellyn, steadily away then. So the horse round's put down. Vermeulen heads out towards double stick for the first time. On bike number 4 in first place. And Scott Sparks alongside me. And Vermeulen, as he goes through, he has been superb in the wet. We hold our breath. Scott double stick is absolutely treacherous, Scott.
Yeah, he's been doing lap after lap practicing in the wet in the Superstock and Super Sport, and he's supremely confident in these conditions at the moment.
Up and under the bridge then, up to something like 140 miles an hour. Vermeulen leads on the run down towards double step. 32 in second place is Rob Frost. That is the team Fast Bikes Yamaha man, Rob Frost. So
and then it's Glenn Richards, he's Vermeulen's teammate there in third place. So the Fireblades obviously got off the line really well.
Jamie Morley in fourth place. Then it's David Jeffries from the series leader Matt Llewellyn. The big battle is 11 points between Jeffries and Llewellyn in this series. Over our curb cam, that gives you an idea of how murky it is. So it's more like a gutter cam today. It is frosty into the puddle, but no, nicely done into the McIntyres. That was superbly done there. So through goes Glenn Richards into Sanyo First National Hondas, first and second. Chris Vermeulen, fastest lap, 59.
That's quite incredible in the wet, considering it was only 52.5 seconds in the dry, so it's not a massive amount of difference. 57.6 now for Vermeulen, so nearly half a second quicker than his previous lap, so a second quicker than anybody else on the track.
Yeah, that's just impressive, isn't it? Nearly a second faster than Glenn Richards in second place. So really, Chris Vermeulen enjoying the conditions. I stood and watched him yesterday in qualifying in the rain at the hairpin, and I have to say that when somebody looks visibly quicker than everybody else in the field, they really have to be putting it down to make it look that good too. So 3.5 seconds of difference then from Vermeulen and Glenn Richards, his teammate, who is in second place. 47, David Jeffries. So David Jeffries is in fifth place. Rob Frost has dropped back. He's slipped a little bit back behind David Jeffries now. 82 there in the equation was Jim Kennedy.
Jeffries has got a long way in front of him though. He's got a big gap, 5.5 seconds to Jago Chapman, so it's unlikely he's going to be able to catch him. He's also going a second and a half slower than Chapman.
So over the line then, Chris Vermeulen the leader, catching now. 99 is Chris Miller. Chris Miller's R1 about to be zapped, dropping down towards McIntyres as Vermeulen looks for the line round the outside and the inside as he gets to McIntyres. I tell you what, I'd have been slightly unhappy with Chris Miller there because he sat on him a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, Vermeulen just set the fastest lap again, 57.5. So the times are oscillating backwards and forwards, but he seems very comfortable with the times he's running.
Yeah, to do that at the end of lap 15 though, I mean really with the lead he's got at the moment, 57.545, 81 miles an hour average over this little short track. Really.
But he keeps his concentration all the while he's pushing hard.
Well, that's what it's about.
He's having to concentrate and work hard. As soon as, if he were to relax and back off the pace a second or two, that's when the mistakes start to happen. That's Jamie Morley's fallen down.
Jamie Morley, well, the man that I dubbed the rider of the day so far has finally succumbed to a superb performance. No shame there at all, Jamie. That was a really, really good ride.
He was in third place.
Indeed, he was up on the podium. We're only on lap 18 of the 26, but I think that underlines what I said a little bit earlier. You can still make a really major mistake here to take you out of the equation.
Jago Chapman there in third position. That's the best ride he's had, I think, in the Superstocks this year. But it looks very controlled. He's the best Yamaha R1 out there.
Number 3 is Jago Chapman. And Yamaha